Back to ILR3, round 15 around the Marina Bay circuit in Singapore. I am T10 Kemba, joined today by the Humperdinck. Say hello.
Hello. It's a pleasure to join you around the streets of Singapore.
Well, we're not the usual commentator duo, so if there's any sort of, I guess, well, if we lack fluidity maybe because we don't know the drivers, excuse us on that one, but we'll do our best. So I think a 16 car grid for today, missing actually Street Gamer, who is second in the title, but the leader, T10 Jack, is also missing. So the top two in the championship missing for tonight. So what does that mean really for the rest of the standings?
Well, it's a good opportunity for some drivers to try and close up. LCR Ben, I believe, is third. I'm just doing checking this standings up. LCR Ben in third, and you got the likes of ILRGT Hamilton in fourth. So they'll try and close up for tonight. Close up on those front two drivers. As we have just got some knowledge, there is rain at the end of the race, so this could spice up the strategy course.
Oh, yeah. Well, you also need to look at the constructors' title as well, with Toro Rosso and Williams. It's Williams and Renault. I believe split by 4 points at the top, because T10 Jack is kind of leading the way, obviously, in terms of the championship, but his teammate kind of dragging him down a little bit. Dragon Shanley, who isn't here, but Dragon Shanley only with 24 points, in the championship compared to his teammates 195, and that's kind of bringing down Renault a little bit in the championship, and they're going to want to in fact, we don't have either Renault car here today, so Williams have a perfect chance. Obviously Revolution,
Jamie's here.
Jamie's here. Yeah, but he's not the other Renault driver. Yeah, but I think he's a reserve, because the two Renault drivers are Dragon and Shanley. I don't think they would do, because maybe they do. We'll have to see on that one. I'll try and get that information, but it will be quite hard to get it because the coordinator of the tier is racing. So I imagine it wouldn't contribute, but I don't know, maybe it will.
Yeah, second driver lags out.
Are they lagging out, or are they forgetting the setup? I don't know.
But two just lag out of the session.
Maybe, possibly a restart, depending on if it's a connection problem or if it's just a problem with their internets. So I'm just going to share the stream quickly on Twitter, so we can get some viewers in here rather than just me on my own laptop. As Absolute LOL starts his lap in the Haas. So what lap times are we looking at here? I'm thinking mid 130, not obviously 130, but 134, maybe 135. Obviously in time trial you're looking at probably 132s, but it can be a little bit different from time trial into online.
Yeah, it depends on obviously the compound they use as well, because we seem to have a mix of strategies already. As the first driver setting this time will be the Red Bull of MXTT who's on the soft tyre, which isn't a great tyre around here, especially with the use of tyre the higher tyre temps, even on the mediums, can be very not very effective around here. So it'll be interesting to see if he abandons this run, or whether he finishes the lap.
So the strategy around here, so you're looking what, mediums to hards, or probably softs mediums, as Absolute Long nearly hits the wall there coming into sector 3. And
the Red Bull goes to the pits.
Yeah, so
want to start a time.
Well, Absolute Low on the softs. He's coming around now, still on the softs. He looks like he's going to carry his lap. RBZ goes top on the soft tyres in his Ferrari. 135.4, the benchmark. Not sure if he'll be looking to improve on that, but he probably will. As an absolute lol with a 1:37.2, he'll definitely be looking to improve on that time. And RBR Echo on the hard tyres with a 1:39.3. He will probably come out again on the mediums, but that gives him a strategy advantage on the 2 cars ahead of him. He'll be at an advantage in the race.
Yeah, LCR Ben looking to close up the points gap between the top 2 are unavailable for this race. Went through just under the bridge and through the final chicane.
If he manages to pick up a win, he'll go second in a championship, above a street gamer. So that will help him out massively as he goes third with a 1:38.7. Obviously, the hard tyres are going to be nowhere near as competitive around here as the softs, but I mean the gap 2.4, well that's 3.3 seconds actually between first and third, softs and hards. I didn't think the gap would be that big between the 2 compounds. Maybe he was just going easy for a lap there.
Yeah, it's to the traction zones and that kind of thing it'll have a bigger advantage around here, so Jamie's lagging for me slightly there. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be many drivers on laps at the moment. Actually, Ben's improving slightly, he's 3/10 up the first sector.
Well, obviously the more corners there are, the harder the tyre compound, you know, the slower you're going to be. Every corner you're going to be losing time, especially around a track like this where it's a lot of slow speed corners where, you know, in the fast corners are harder to get the tyres to work temperature and you're not going to lose too much time, you know, at a track like Austria. But if you come here to Singapore, it's a lot of slow, you know, 90-degree corners, hairpins and chicanes where you're going to be understeering. We're seeing that a little bit from LCR Ben here. And you have to kind of compensate for that by going slower, braking earlier, putting less traction through the corner, and that's where you really lose your time. It's not necessarily you can't go as fast. And in fact, there is LCR Ben. That's the understeer coming into play. I think he hits the wall coming out of the penultimate turn there across the line, and he's not able to improve. He lost quite a bit of time through the middle and final sector there. So we have flags.
Yeah.
Oh, we have ILRT Hamilton, who just crashed coming into the... Well, I don't know if he crashed coming into the pits, but he was sideways. Lucky, actually, not to get disqualified for blocking the pit lane there. I've seen that happen before, where a car crashes coming into the pits and he gets disqualified. Which I think they need to fix, really. There's a lot of things I think in this game they need to fix.
Yeah.
Then again, we need to be careful about saying that, because we might have Lee Maver watching the stream.
Sure, he's
suddenly get hit off,
get
copyright striked. Well, he should. I mean, I think that you know, producers of games should be a lot more transparent and listen to the people who play them, because I'm sure there's things that can be implemented into the game that don't take much money, that don't take much time and effort, but would just improve player experience. Improving the penalty system, I can guarantee you, isn't as hard as people think. And yet they just don't do it. And just making it a lot more, because you see in real life drivers go all 4 wheels off the track all the time and they never get done for it, but on the game you go 1 wheel off track and you get your lap invalidated. I just don't think it's very fair, especially at some tracks.
As Ninja goes onto the front row
with a 1:36.7. In fact, we've only seen 5 cars put in laps, so I'm not really taking any of these times as gospel right now, and probably only within the last 5 minutes we'll start to see lap times really coming in that are going to challenge RBZ out in front. But he's looking strong, 1.3 seconds out in front. Maybe Ninja looking to improve on that time as another car puts in a lap. It's Matt DJ on the hards, obviously came out on the softs at the start of the session. Came out on the softs at the start of the session and decided to come back in, put on the hards. That front 3 definitely looking for a 2-stop, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Which is interesting around here, because it's hard to overtake, but you gain so much time. You know, a lot of tracks, you don't gain much time on the on a two-stop on track and you have to overtake, whereas this track you gain a lot of time, but if you get stuck behind the car, you can get stuck behind them for a few laps and really ruin your race.
Yeah, it's very similar to Monaco. The 2 stops faster at Monaco if you go soft, medium, medium. But it's just the difficulty of passing those drivers that are doing the 1 stop, especially around Monaco.
Yeah.
So
well, this is the thing. I only think it's worth doing a 2-stop if you know you're one of the faster people in the tier, because it's, you know, you can be, it could be the faster strategy, but if you can't get a pit stop length ahead before the 1 stoppers come in for their stop, then you're just going to get stuck behind them for 10-15 laps and just completely ruin your race. So I always stick by the fact that the 1 stop is better at tracks like Singapore and Monaco, where if you've got a bit of pace and some consistency, the 1 stop's still going to work out, even if on paper it's the slower strategy.
Yeah, ILR moving through the final chicane. His first lap invalidated, and we'll go.
Across the line now. P8 with a 1:40.5. Is going to look to improve on that time. 1.5 below Matt DJ there. So if we look at people's best times, see he's 1.8 seconds behind the fastest man on the hards, LCR Ben. But I struggle to believe that there's really a 3.3 second gap between the softs and the hards around here. I think it's a little bit lower than that.
Yeah, it's standing runner driver Jamie's going over the Anderson Bridge. Okay,
I think Jamie's lagging for both of us. I think. Yeah. Might want to get that sorted for the race. Sector 3 yellow flags. Oh, ILRT Hamilton in the wall, losing half of his front wing there, front right end plate. Clearly locked up there. We saw, I think, Daniel Ricciardo doing that 1 year around here in the Toro Rosso. Just locking up into that turn and just going straight into the wall. I think maybe 2014 we saw Daniel Ricciardo do that. It might have been 15. But that it is difficult around... no, it'd have been 2012 actually, because he'd have been in the Toro Rosso. So it is obviously very hard around this track to... you know, just one mistake, and this is why tracks like Singapore are brilliant, apart from when you're trying to overtake, is one mistake and you're going straight into the wall and retiring. The problem is that the cars are so built to be very traction based now that mistakes are actually quite hard to make, and you see drivers coasting, which is not what you want to see.
Yeah, Jamie goes, he went second there onto the front row. The standing runner driver.
RBZ is, RBZ is miles ahead of the rest of the pack. I'm expecting LCR Ben to come out on the softs. He is. He's 1.5 seconds up coming into the final sector, and this is where he's going to gain probably a second here through the final sector. So much faster through that chicane. You can get on the inside of that curb and let the car run out a little bit wide. This is where he's got to get it right. He does exactly that, and
Cheesy goes fourth.
Definitely. Well, here we go. LCR Ben definitely looking to. Well, it's fine. Definitely looking to put his car in the front row here. So fast through that triple left-hander across the line. P2, but still only 7/10 behind RBZ.
Yeah, he might struggle to get out again as well for another.
Yeah.
To the softs. It surprised me the amount of people that are going on those softs.
Is it a guaranteed 2-stop on the softs, or is it, or maybe because there's rain towards the end of the race, people are going to go softs, hards, and hope that there's that the rain comes a little bit, because obviously you see rain at the end of the race on here, but that means 10 laps before. That doesn't mean the last 2 laps. The weather system's a little bit broken on this game. When it comes to reading it.
Yeah, it surprised me because some of the medium runners are going to be so much faster. Especially probably from like 2 onwards, because of the increased tyre temperatures around here. Yeah, it's not necessarily the tyre wear, it's just the general tyre temperatures go through the roof around here. So really interesting to see the likes of us. Echoes 1.6 seconds up a minute on his hard time. On the mediums, And he
Echo
goes
actually does
sixth.
go up there, 2.3 seconds better on the medium tyres. If he came out on the softs, I definitely think he could challenge that front row.
Yeah, definitely. And it would see his progress for the race. I feel like maybe go down for a call down lap now and then go again, see what you can set.
No, it's going to be interesting to see if they do. Oh, sorry, yeah, go on.
I was to say he's only 2/10 off getting himself onto the second row, so.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say that it'll be interesting to see as JSR Snakes on the medium starts a soft lap, and he could be the man really to challenge RBZ. If he can pick up 1.6 seconds on a set of softs compared to the mediums, which is possible. And he's backed off his lap there. He must have invalidated, so he's got a cool-down lap to do. But it's going to be interesting to see if cars around here maybe follow what they did in real life. They kind of back off for like the first stint and really save their tyres and their tyre temperatures. The only problem is on you know, the difference between the game and real life is that backing off and trying to save tyre temperatures that maybe doesn't work as well on a game as it does in real life. It's not as detailed, and the game doesn't really realise when you're trying to coast. And oh, JSR Snakes hits the wall. He drops it out of the kind of 90-degree curved left-hander, and that's actually going to ruin his qualifying because he's lost half his front wing as he puts his car there into the wall, and that is him done for the session. And that's a bit annoying for us because we thought maybe he would be the car that would challenge the front row. As the absolute lull goes a bit deep at the end of Sector 1. Who else?
Yeah, a lot of drivers starting their final runs now. The McLaren of ILR Bibin, who's gone onto the medium tyres. He's committing to that, the definite one stop. And a nice slipstream from the car behind. Will he get out the way? He does nicely.
He does.
Yes.
Taking it very easily, it looks like Bibin. Really not maybe pushing as hard as he can. We also need to watch RBR Echo, who coming down is 1.5 seconds down, so that's probably his lap done and over. RBZ's out on a lap now. It's going to be interesting to see if he can improve on that time. If he can, then that's going to be brilliant, as I think I just saw a car go up in the standings, but I didn't actually see who it was. No, I didn't. So across into Sector 2, RBZ, it says he's on an out lap, so I don't know
check
what's
his
going on
first
there.
sector wise. It's a 26.3, so he's a 10th up on his
He's a
personal
10th up, where it's
best.
coming up that my game's glitching out, it's coming up that he's on an out lap.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able to see. ILRT Ninja up 2 tenths through Sector 1. Gets nice and wide over the curb there.
So it's committed from RBZ.
Through turn 4, and yeah, RBZ looking to improve and really stamp his authority. Really in Sector 2, I can't see.
Yeah, he's another about 2 tenths up now, going into the final sector.
So he could be pole by a whole second here. LCR Ben just gets over the line in time. He was just crossed it, and he's going to have to really go for it. It's amazing through turn 1 and 2. Gets really wide. That could be an invalidated lap for LCR Ben. Very, very wide. Jamie OC's up 3 tenths. If he can have a good final sector, he can put his car onto the front row.
Will it be a 34?
Edited Fauna tyres.
Oh, there we go.
It's a 35 flat. That's 1.1 up on P2, but LCR Ben probably going to improve on his time. So will Jamie OC. As we watch him now come through the triple left-hander. Can he put his car P2? He cannot. LCR Ben coming up again. He's on an out lap. Ninja goes P2 with a very, very good final sector. 5 tenths.
Oh, cheesy Drama's made a mistake.
Yeah. Went very deep into the hairpin there. Locks up his tyres. Is he going to be anywhere near the 2 tenths up he was before? He's still up by a tenth, but that's kind of ruined his time. LCR Ben retires from P3.
Absolute lol. He's coming through the final corner.
He's not on a bad lap. He could go top 5 here. He does. He goes 5th. We've got to watch ILRT Button as well. 5-place grid penalty. And Hamilton again at the left-hander in the final sector. And he hits Bibin. Button ducks off into the pits. But Hamilton and Bibin colliding there and having wing damage. Anybody on the lap now? No, that's it. And there's Cheesy Dreams boxes as well. Wow. Amazing scenes there. ILRT Hamilton, we saw him at the same corner twice. Hitting the wall and hitting Bibbin on the second occasion. I didn't actually see it happen, but Bibbin doesn't get a penalty and Hamilton does, so maybe went a little bit deep, tried to reverse back out onto track and didn't see the McLaren there.
It's a good grid. We've got top 6 on softs, Matt and Echo on mediums, so we'll be monitoring their progress quite well. So just whether the top 6 can keep their tyre temps intact.
Tyre's cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see that. RBZ, obviously the favourite, I think. We can agree on that after that qualifying. 8 to 10 pole. So, after qualifying at the Marina Bay Street Circuit, RBZ in the Ferrari goes pole by 8 tenths over ILRT Ninja in the Red Bull, followed by the sister Red Bull car Toro Rosso. LCR Ben looking to make it another podium for Toro Rosso in what has been, well, really a brilliant week for the Italian team. Jamie OC in the Renault in P4, followed by Absolute LOL, Cheesy Dreams, the last car in the top 6 of the softs, followed by the medium runners of Matt DJ, RBR Echo and JSR Snakes. ILRT Button in the Alfa Romeo qualifies on the softs, followed by his teammate ILRT Hamilton, who has a 5-place grid penalty, so will start P16. And then Bibbin was there, and I didn't see the rest. I think I spent a little bit too much time talking about the Toro Rossos there.
Very well done there. Got through those nicely.
I tried.
Yeah,
I tried. I got to 12.
Yeah. I trust your tier 1's quali now. It's full wet, so
full wet.
we can say
that sounds like a brilliant one.
Was faster.
Tier 3 is faster than tier 1. You heard it here first, guys. So I'm looking forward to this one. Especially with the rain coming towards the end. Obviously, rain normally ruins the race, but you never know around Singapore. It's obviously this is a no assist in general tier. I believe it's no line as well. So definitely a massive chance for crashes in the rain. And although I'd imagine a lot of people did practice in the rain around the track, it could still cause calamity. RBZ slot off the line for the formation. That's nothing to worry about there. ILRT Hamilton starting from last after qualifying P11, getting that 5-place grid penalty.
Yeah, it's those medium guys are going to have to always cheese into the wall there. They need to avoid contact with each other. Don't ruin their own races, and then they should be on for a decent result. 'Cause I reckon that the mediums are still going to be faster than them hard tyres when we see them in maybe lap 3, lap 4. So
I can't see them coming in. What do you mean? The soft runners coming in lap 3 or 4?
Yeah, because of the tyre temps, they're going to go through the roof, and I think when they go on to the hard tyres, it's going to be the mediums are still going to be miles quicker, just pure because they haven't got the wear. So
will the medium tyre runners' tyre temps not be as high then? Is that what we're looking at here?
Yes, I think we could see maybe towards the end of the stint when the tyre wear starts to increase and drivers are pushing a bit more, we'll see temps start to go up, and I think we'll probably see them in maybe as early as lap 10. But the overcut could be quite strong here, so we're interested to see the progress of the likes of Echo and Matt and Snakes for that matter.
Well, RBZ has a choice to make. He will know in that Ferrari that he, on pace, at least looking from qualifying, is going to be the fastest driver on that track, at least from what we've seen. 8 tenths, obviously, pole position. We don't want to make predictions too early and too bold, but it definitely looks like from qualifying, RBZ has a massive advantage over the rest of the field. So he has a choice to make. Does he kind of hold his tyres for the first 5 to 10 laps? Maybe try and extend those softs as long as possible so that he can come in for the hards and maybe even make a one-stop work, especially with the rain coming in. Or does he go for it, and does he try to pull away? His tyre temps will go up, but he might be far enough ahead of the rest of the pack so that doesn't matter after 5 laps. It's going to be interesting to see what the Ferrari man decides to do, followed by the Red Bull and the Toro Rosso. Last week we saw a podium of Red Bull, Toro Rosso and McLaren. Red Bull and Toro Rosso are there as it stands. Can a McLaren make it? I mean, Bibbin's quite low down, but he's starting on the hards. You never know.
Yeah, the start's going to be key. Who can get the launch?
We've got a nice camera angle here.
Yeah.
For the round 15 of ILR3 around Singapore, we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And the lights are out here in Singapore. It's a horrible start, looks like, from Ninja. A really good start from RBZ. LCR Ben up into P2. We've got Absolute Lol with a decent start into P4. As LCR Ben jumps the sister Red Bull there. Up into P2, RBZ breaking away off the start. RBR Echo up into P6. A really good start from the Ferrari man, though.
Yeah, critical for Echo to get ahead of Matt. Now is the lead runner on the medium tyres.
He's got Absolute Lol in the Haas. Down the inside, no, kind of backs out of it. We do have yellow flags. It looks like that might be for the McLaren of ILR Bibbin. Down in P16 now. But we stay with the front men. RBZ extending his gap already to 7 tenths out in front, but LCR Ben not staying too far behind. Watch for Absolute Lol coming up the inside of ILRT Ninja. Up into P3 goes the Haas car. Maybe he has to defend into here. A great move there from the Haas as he works his way up into P3.
Yeah, Echo had a look at had a look there, Echo, at the previous corner and didn't get the best run over the Anderson Bridge. Starting to settle down now as Snakes and Button are going wheel to wheel.
Button coming for a very late dive.
Oh,
he's backs out of it there. No, he's dropped it. As his teammate goes past him on the hards. And Barkey may be looking at him now.
Yeah, just lit up the red tyres there.
Yeah, definitely.
No contact on our screen.
No.
Yeah,
well,
the top two
went
got
for
away
the
there.
move. He wasn't close enough to. Yeah, the top 2 are far away. That may be to do with the battling between P3 and P4. Ninja needs to stay with the Haas now. Obviously, we're not used to seeing a Haas car on the podium, especially in real life. Could we be seeing one today in ILR? Well, we don't know. Revolution's right on the back of ILRT. Hamilton going for a move for P12.
Oh, Ninja tried to get the inside of the Haas there into turn 4.
Here we go. Is he going to have the run here down? He's in hot lap ERS mode. He could go for a late dive on the Haas. He decides not to go for it. Looking back down the grid, nobody's really going for a move. We're starting to see maybe cars separate and kind of get into a train a little bit here, but ILRT Ninja definitely wants to make his way past the Haas and back up onto a podium spot. But we need to watch Cheesy Jeans behind, and all of these cars, especially RBR Echo and Matt DJ, who are on the medium tyres, as is Snakes. No, he's not. Matt DJ going wide.
Yeah, the 4 drivers behind, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, all on the medium tyres, all looking to try and, well, take advantage of those tyre temps that could start and come into play now as Echo getting reasonably close. The big trains start to form now between the Haas and the Toro Rosso. The final.
Well, we're looking, yeah.
So.
Well, Ninja is extremely close, and I think he's going to look to maybe go for a move down into turn 1. Look at how close he is to the Haas car of Absolute Lol. In fact, he could go for a move at any point, really, any braking zone. He's that close. He's only 2 tenths back, and now we're going to see down the main straight RBZ already 5.2 ahead of P4. And here we go now. Ninja, he's going to have a good run down the straight. He's probably not going to go for it into turn 1. He's going to wait for the long straight coming up. He's going to have DRS. As it's enabled now, lap 3. I'm interested to see now what Ninja can do down the straight. He gets a much better run than the Haas car, and I don't think this is going to be close as the Red Bull comes. He's going to maybe have to look to the inside. He is.
Echo's looking to the inside as well.
We also need to look at Echo as well. Into the left-hander. Echo can't get through. Ninja can. He goes a little bit wide though. He might have to give that position back. Absolute Lol's staying with him, and if he can get a better run, he can get an overtake on him in the same place as before. Snakes makes it past DJ as well, as we didn't see that in the background. RBR Echo definitely looking to make it past that car on the softs sometime soon.
Yeah, Jamie recovering.
Oh, Absolute Lol drops it. Absolute Lol kind of drops it there. But he's not going to be close enough to go for a move. Is Cheesy Dreams on the Haas car, because he also messed it up a little bit.
Yeah, Jamie recovering from that poor start there, back up to P10. Just didn't seem to get the traction off the start. Whether he missed the lights, just got a slow reaction, I'm not sure. But back up to P10.
We're now seeing Absolute Lol almost drop back into the clutches of the Toro Rosso of Cheesy Dreams now. What can he do on the Haas, who seems to have had a good start, but now maybe falling back as the DRS train really opening up. Jamie OC is close to edited form on the softer compound of tyre. We see RBR Echo going a little bit wide into turn 1, but he's still there with the Toro Rosso.
Yeah, to avoid Cheesy into turn.
Oh, really wide goes Cheesy. Really wide. RBR Echo up the inside of him now. And we also need to watch for JSR Snakes, who's right on the back of the Toro Rosso. He's going to look to the outside as well. It's going to be very interesting coming in. The left-hander. Round the outside goes the Haas. He gets pushed wide off the track. He goes and through comes Matt DJ. On the outside. He's not going to be able to get it done unless he can come back in. Into the wall goes Cheesy Dreams. Into the wall goes Cheesy Dreams there. And that's what was looking like a brilliant race for Toro Rosso in second and fourth. Second and fourth. I think it was second and fifth. Is now second and 11th with front wing damage, pretty sure, for Dreams there.
I think that's
but
the
his
tyre
teammate
temps
LCR
coming into
Ben.
play.
Yeah, definitely. Just looked like he understeered.
Yeah. And Echo's made 4 tenths up within that small sector, and he's going to be all over the back of Absolute Lol, probably down into turn 1.
You can see here the softs.
Yeah.
But the problem is, as we said about that, we said about that top 2, they needed to get away. RBZ 3.1 ahead of Ben. Ben 3.1 ahead of Ninja. So 6 seconds between the podium sitters as it stands. RBR Echo. Ninja! Ninja
it's all
dropped it. Up the inside comes RBR Echo. No, he kind of backs out of it, kind of drops it a little bit, and look at how close to Haas car JSR Snakes is now. And what was looking like a brilliant race for Red Bull and Toro Rosso, out of nowhere, Haas have just come up third and fifth, although Absolute Lol is under pressure from Echo. His teammate, JSR Snakes, is right there as well.
Yeah, he did get a great run, Echo. He got this big snap of oversteer going through turn 5. It's now frustrations of staying behind for a whole lap again. As you can try and do something.
Unless he can, well.
Yeah, you can get close down into the...
Oh, wide goes Matt there. Matt DJ went very wide, but he's still there. Look at him now, looking at JSR Snakes. Not able to go for a move, and again a bit wide from Matt DJ. But he's managing to stay close to the Haas in that Red Bull.
Here we go.
Look at how close RBR Echo is now. He's going to have the opportunity with overtake ERS. He does look to the inside. Up the inside he goes. They're side by side. Hanging it around the outside is Absolute Lol. This is brilliant racing from the Mercedes and the Haas. And Absolute Lol around the outside is going to cap the inside line here. But coming back at him might be RBR Echo. He doesn't. Great defending there from the Haas. And I mean now...
Hamilton is in the wall. So I think
he's in the wall.
Cheesy drama. He was going through at the same time, so as we have the first of the top guys into the pits, by the way, the leaders in.
RBZ comes in for the hard tyres.
Yes.
And look at all of these cars here in this DRS train, all of the medium runners, apart from Absolute Lol who's on the softs. And there's contact! Oh, and again they hit! Absolute Lol gets tapped from behind from RBR Echo there. RBR Echo slowing down to let these cars through unless there's damage on that Mercedes, which is entirely possible. No damage, but he's slowing down, letting people through now. It seems. No, locking up is RBR Echo. And JSR Snake suddenly up into P2 from basically nowhere.
Yeah, it was a.
ILR bibbing in the wall.
Oh, there you go.
ILR bibbing in the wall, and with absolutely no front wing, it all came off.
It's only lap 6, so we've had a lot of drama.
We have. Maybe the race is going to calm down, but even if it does, we've had a brilliant start as all again. RBR Echo getting really close to the cars ahead. ILRT Hamilton retires from the session. I've always said this, and I said this in almost every single commentary I do. I wish there was a way that you could see people who retired and how they retired, because
RBZ goes
see
RBZ
getting past absolute lol there on his hard tyres. Absolute lol might actually come back at him. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it in his Haas. Could we see some team orders at Mercedes as well? Because
Ben's in.
Ben is into the pits. Very slow coming in there, but he's not going to be anywhere near RBZ as RBR Echo picks up a time penalty. But edited forward and right on the back of his teammate now. Might want to be looking for an overtake sometime soon.
Yeah, and I think Ben's going to be quite fortunate because I think he might come out in clean air. Or he might come out just behind this train here of Revolution and Barkley.
He is going to. He is going to.
That's going to be
He's
critical
going
for
to need
this
to
race.
get past them quickly. Yeah, he probably knows that RBZ may be just a little bit out of reach, but it's just keeping his position. Echo going a little bit wide into sector 2 there. And his teammate Edited Fawn is right on the back of him.
Just 10 seconds the gap, but with these medium runners going to go maybe towards lap 12, 13, it's going to see if RBZ comes up to the back of this massive train before these lot come into the pits. That might give Ben an opportunity to close that gap back up to RBZ, but it's a controlled race so far.
We're looking at the strategy. I mean, you can't really look at it. We've heard that there's rain towards the end of the race, so really until then we can't really comment on strategy. We know RBZ can probably make it towards the end of the race, but can he make it to the end on that set of hards? He probably can, but if there's rain, and obviously those medium runners are going to go to a set of the hards, they're going to be much fresher, but will RBZ's pace advantage just more driver ability around this track really, you know, even on older tyres, maybe he'll be able to extend his gap out in front. Look how close the Mercedes are to the Red Bull. This could be a double overtake for Mercedes. Up the inside comes RBR Echo. We need to watch for Fawn. Fawn backs out of it as he's probably going to go for it now. We've got yellow flags. It is for Barkey in the McLaren into the wall. Left-hander in sector 3.
Yeah,
we need to watch now.
The hard runners, or the medium runners now as well, those hards are going to be so much fresher, not necessarily in the drive, but when it comes to the rain as well, it's going to have there's going to be a bigger delta between the tyres than it would be in the dry, so we could see the likes of RBZ and Ben struggling for grip towards, or especially when it starts to rain, due to that big delta. So
yeah,
the race isn't over yet.
It definitely isn't, and if those hards, he's going to have to manage them, because the rain, well, it says the rain will come in towards the end of the race, but we know that means probably 10 laps before the end, so we're probably going to look at rain around lap 20, I'd like to say. Lap 20, lap 21. Those hards have to make it another 12 laps, which they probably will do, but how long then is it until the rain becomes hard enough to cause a pit for the Inters? And if it isn't, then those hards could go off by the end of the race, and we could see a car in the wall, or possibly even a car in the pits.
Yeah, I think a car in the wall is quite likely, especially around here. So, but look at the gap that Snakes has pulled on the Mercedes and the Red Bulls. He's in a league of his own at the moment.
Well, the Haas, he knows all he needs to do is just put his foot down and go for it now. He's medium to hards, an easy one stop. You don't really need to manage your tyres at all, you just have to go for it. Whereas the softer hards, you've really got to manage your tyres if you're trying to do it. So he knows all he has to do is go for it, and that's what he's doing, and he's pulling away.
Well, we get LCR Ben hitting close to Revolution's 44.
Revolution, but we have to look at Edited Fawn as he goes up the inside of the Red Bull there. It's a pretty straightforward overtake unless Matt DJ can come back, which he might look to do if he can duck to the inside. He doesn't, but he's going to get the undercut again. Little bit of understeer from the Red Bull, and that may have ruined his chance unless he can get him down into here. Edited Fawn straight over the thing, gets a time penalty for that as LCR Ben moves past the Williams of Revolution. That wasn't really a hard overtake for him. Down the straight.
Yeah. Look at the gap though now, 9 seconds between Ben and RBZ.
About 3 before the pit stop as Matt DJ drops it on the exit. Oasis up the inside in the Racing Point. Once again, a pretty straightforward overtake there. He'll take that one up into P4, goes to Racing Point, but obviously probably going to drop below Ben and RBZ when he pits.
Let's have a look at the gap to the lead. It's a 22-second gap. I'm not sure. I think it's about 26 seconds, I think. So it's doing a good job here to possibly cut LCR Ben. So just need to keep going, especially with Ben being held up there.
Into the pits comes Matt DJ and Edited Fawn. This will be for the hard tyres as RBZ is already up with these guys. He looks like he's kind of running away with this one now.
Yeah, he's
even
strong
though
position.
He's yeah.
Oh, there's a nose change for the Red Bull of Matt DJ.
So he must have hit someone somewhere. I'm just trying to think of where that could have been. I can't really think.
The Red Bull mechanics are also going to have to tend for the sister Red Bull as Ninja comes into the pits, and probably another front wing change.
No front wing there. Oh, there is, yeah. And so just looking really on the grid, there's nothing really much going on. So this gives us a second to kind of look at the championship standings as it is. So RBZ in his Ferrari has come in and got up to P5 in the championship after only doing the last 5 races. 2 wins, a 2nd place, and then a 4th and a 7th. As it stands, he picks up some pace on Hamilton, ILRT Hamilton, who's DNF'd, and he would be P4 in the championship, overtaking ILRT Hamilton if it ended as it is now. Well, no, if he wins the race, sorry.
Yeah. And Snake's still keeping that 22.5 second advantage over Ben, so that's going to be a...
Into the pits comes Oasis.
Oh, he's wide.
He's over the pit lane entry. And Echo into the pits as well.
Yeah,
in his Mercedes might get held.
Oh, set to 3, cheesy drama.
And he's out of the race. Is that not?
I think it's the end of sector 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, yeah. JSR Snakes now 12.3 ahead of RBZ, so he's done a good job. More yellow flags. Don't know what that's for.
That was the McLaren of Barkey going wide at the final chicane. Having to cut it and absolute low.
Yeah.
Goes back up into pit or moves into P11. The shame for him because he was in a strong position early on, and then that small bit of contact with Echo is
I think that could be a penalty incoming for Echo, really.
Yeah.
After the race, definitely going to be chatting to the stewards, who does absolute lol.
Yeah, he's gone into the wall at turn 5.
No wing damage. No wing damage from the looks of it. The gap between Snakes and RBZ only coming down about a 10th a sector now. Could be looking at a...
Yeah, there's not many battles at the moment.
As into the pits comes Snakes. Snakes is in. That's going to be for the hard tyres, I would imagine, to take him to the end of the race. It says mediums, but it could be... It is! It's the medium tyres for Snakes.
That's the 2 stop then.
No, I think no, he's banking on the rain.
Yes, yeah, you could, yeah, possibly as well. But I think if the rain doesn't, if the rain's towards the very end of the race, especially if he goes on to set a sauce with about 5-6 laps to go, the delta between a worn set of hards and a fresh set of softs is going to be around the 5-6 second lap mark. Yeah.
5. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Just because of the worn hards as well. So.
Especially how long RBZ would be taking them.
Yes.
I'm not sure RBZ and Ben can take those hards to the end. If we're looking at 10 laps for the mediums, it can only be 20 for the hards at max.
Yeah.
And I think Snakes is definitely banking on the rain being hard enough for intermediate tyres. And look at that, he's already gained 1.3 seconds on Ben. In just since coming out the pits, he's gaining at least a tenth every single corner.
Yeah.
It's another 2 tenths there. Look behind as well at Jamie OC on Revolution, not close enough.
Yeah, Revolution is. We're gonna have to watch his progress on the hards, see how far they go, and that might give us an indication to see.
Yeah.
To look at the progress.
Yeah. Oasis went onto the mediums as well. I definitely think the 2-stop could be faster here. Snakes is gaining what looks like 2 seconds a lap on Ben. He's already gained 2.1 and it's only been... He hasn't even negotiated the final turn yet, which should gain him another 2 tenths just looking at it.
Yeah, 12.5 the gap to the leader.
Another 2 tenths on Ben there, and he'd probably look to get him at this point next lap.
Oh.
Snakes with a 3-second time penalty there. That could be a killer towards the end of the race.
Yeah, just went slightly wide on the exit of turn 1.
Jamie OC makes it past the Williams of Revolution, who kind of just gets out of the way and lets him go. Maybe due to Jamie OC's lag, he weaves a little bit to kind of say thank you. And carries on with his race. Oasis close to Echo as well, obviously, because Oasis on the mediums compared to Echo's hards.
7 tenths
I think
so
Snakes
far
could be faster than Ben here.
Yeah, 7 tenths.
I think he, yeah.
Between the leader as well.
Pace.
So.
That Haskar is absolutely flying. That
Yeah.
Haskar is absolutely flying. As a 3-second time penalty comes in from Matt DJ, he's down in P10. As it stands, it wouldn't affect him with a 12.6 gap to Absolute Lol behind. His teammate, JSR Snakes, P3. Absolute Lol's teammate there. And he's right on the back of LCR Ben and will be looking to make a move. Any corner now is right on the back of that Toro Rosso.
Yeah, it could even be down to turn 1, just pure pace advantage of.
I think it will be down to turn 1.
Oh, yellow flag.
There's a yellow flag for Absolute Lol. And that looks like wing damage. Here comes Snakes up the inside. Yeah, Ben kind of just lets him go. Not going to fight that. Knows that's not really his battle at this point of the race.
10.8.
So let's see how long it takes for him to close that in, if he does at all, because RBZ's obviously got the pace advantage overall.
And so look at some of the progress. Arletio Button is reasonably close
back
to
of Revolution.
Yeah.
With Echo close to him and Oasis not too far back himself.
Oasis went on to another set of mediums, by the way, so.
Yeah, that's what I saw. He's looking for a 2-stop.
Yellow
Take
flag.
the 3 yellow flags. Absolute Lol out of the race.
Oh, he's been in the
That's coming
pit wall.
into the pits.
Oh, Ninja's binned it at the last corner again.
Oh, I went off of him.
That's the second time he's done that. And he's retired.
Oh no, the McLaren coming through. He gets it. Yeah, he's fine there.
Oh,
the Red Bull kind of comes across a little bit there.
Yeah.
We got to watch Button. Ninja's left the session. Is that going to bring out a safety car perhaps? Because obviously we know about the safety car glitch with leaving the session. It won't. And look at this little battle going on for P5 now. 4 cars all there. Look how close Button's getting. Very close to Revolution. I don't think Revolution's really going to fight it all too much. Oh, Button right on the back of him.
Takes 2 seconds out of RBZ there.
With the fastest lap of the race as well. And here we go. Got to watch for ILRT Button down the main straight, but then look for Echo behind as well.
Oh, he's got a better run.
ILRT Button goes a little bit wide. Look at up the inside RBR Echo. He could go for it. It's going to have to be very late on the brakes. He is. How is there no contact between those 3 cars? ILRT Button still on the back of Revolution, obviously Echo. Well, Button's been on that set of mediums since the start of the race, so well done to him for taking him this long. But let's just watch Echo as well, right on the back of the Alfa Romeo. Up the inside goes to Mercedes, defending. Look at this. There's got to be contact, surely, somewhere. There isn't.
Great drive.
As Button gets out of Echo's way. Yeah, very good from all 3. Revolution kind of, I think Revolution's been caught in 2 kind of minds here. He's trying to let these guys go, but at the same time, they're fighting between themselves as Echo looks up the inside of the Williams. I don't think.
Oh,
it is close, and locks up and hits him. Echo again making contact with the car, and Echo drops it onto the Anderson Bridge, and here comes Button making the move.
Oh, he's got on the inside.
On the Mercedes. The Mercedes goes deep, and Revolution goes through. Maybe Echo letting him through as Oasis is looking at this, licking his lips as well. Contact! Oh, on my screen, Oasis went under the Mercedes. I don't know what happened there. He went under him.
I will switch off the battle. I went to the front, another 6/10 that lap. That was starting
Oasis
to drop between the 2, but just to see whether Oasis can keep. Oasis leaves. That might be
no
why.
damage though. That could be a lag. That could be. I think that's lag because he didn't have any damage. Here comes Echo closing up on the Williams here of Revolution. Is he going to go for it at turn 1? He's not. As he sticks behind the Williams now. What a crazy race we've had so far.
I know, it's been an entertaining race. We've got quite a few leaders.
Here we go, watching Echo on the back of Revolution now. Revolution leaves the outside open. Round the outside goes Echo. Not able to, but he could go for the inside up into this hairpin here. He is still there. But Revolution again with some brilliant defending, and Echo just can't find a way through. Maybe he needs to be a little bit later on the brakes to get that move done.
Yeah. Yeah, as his Echo's teammate Edited Fawn is now joining the battle.
Cool, Echo.
Matt's not too
really
far
late
behind
for the
either.
left-hander.
There's
Edited Fawn right at the back of his teammate now.
I wonder if Snake's made a mistake on that previous lap, because the delta's increased a lot more for this lap, and it's now 6.8, so it's taken over 1.5 seconds out of him. Going into the final corner now.
Only 3 tenths down on his fastest lap.
Yeah.
And good lap there from the Haas car to close in a little bit more on the Ferrari.
Got a lot more ARS as well. The Snakes seems to be managing that as well. Obviously, Snakes is on the 2-stop, so
yeah,
he's got to pit again.
I think. So, who at the moment would you say is the favourite for the win here? Because I'm tempted to say Snakes, but this rain could come any second now, and I'm really interested to see what happens. RBZ sliding, RBZ slides, and you're going to see Snakes maybe close up about a second through here. No, 5 tenths. 5 tenths taken out of RBZ there. As this Haas is really flying now. This is where he's going to close in more time.
Yeah. If the rain's right at the end of the race.
Echo and Revolution side by side there, coming into sector 2. Echo, as it stands, has got the position. He has finally made it past the Williams. It's about time. He's been there for a few laps now, not able to make the move. He's finally made it, and now Echo's teammate Fawn is behind him and will be looking to overtake the Williams in a more urgent kind of way than his teammate did just before.
Yeah, when Snake's pits for that set of softs, he's got to try, even if it's when during the rain or shortly before, that he needs to get the gap to Jamie, who's he's about 18 seconds at the minute behind the Snakes. So that could be crucial, and it could affect the outcome of the race. So
well, I think it shouldn't take long. It shouldn't take long to extend that gap out to about 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's flying on those mediums.
Oh, is that rain? It is rain. It's raining.
Is it? It has started to rain at the Marina Bay Circuit. We've got yellow flags. And I don't know who that's for. It is beginning to rain. It looks very light at the moment, so probably going to be a while before it's as the two McLarens towards the back.
Yeah, team orders there.
Yeah, I don't think they're looking at a points position anytime soon, but you never know with the rain coming in. So you can kind of tell when it starts raining on a game how long it's going to take until it's time for the intermediate tyres. And we're seeing the rain's a little bit light at the moment, so it's probably going to take maybe 6-7 laps until intermediates are needed. That's going to be brilliant for Snakes, who now just needs to... This is going to cool his tyres, which is going to be perfect for him as Fawn picks up a penalty behind the Williams.
Yeah, it's that gap to Jamie now is irrelevant in terms of getting onto the softs.
Yeah.
Because I imagine all drivers will be in relatively soon as when that.
We've got to watch Echo. Echo now on the back of Button. Echo looking to the outside of the Alfa Romeo, coming into sector 3. Button goes a little bit deep to try and block him off, and he does that perfectly. And RBR Echo not able to get past this lap.
Osborne goes deep.
And here we go. We need to look really at this Mercedes. In fact, the rain is coming down a little bit harder than I thought it was, so maybe it's not going to be as long until intermediates as previously believed.
Snake can now see RBZ on the main straight. The gap's still coming down.
Yeah. Well, drivers always say, as soon as you can see the car ahead, that spurs you on. Now, as soon as that car ahead of you that you're hunting down comes into sight, as Echo gets past Button there, Button still on that same set of mediums that he started the race on. I think he came in lap 1 for the set of mediums that he's on.
Oh, as round the outside goes edited Fawn on turn 5. Revolution now side by side with Matt.
Look at them now through the right hander. Are they going to make contact? Revolution backs out of it. We've got to watch from Matt DJ coming in on edited Fawn. No, doesn't go for it. But Revolution dropping like a fly now. Down the order, down into P9 with Oasis not too far back. Oh wait, he left. So yeah.
This pit lap's going to be crucial. P9. Making sure you pit at the right time.
Yeah. Well, who's gonna bite the bullet first?
Ferrari stays out. And the
Haas comes in. The Haas is in. So this is absolutely crucial now. This has to be perfect. The perfect time to pit for JSR Snakes. Is it the intermediate tyres waiting for him? It is the intermediate tyres waiting for him. I don't think it's time. I think this is too early from the Haas driver. Nobody else is coming in. Surely it's too early. I can't see. I don't think the rain's heavy enough.
I don't know what time.
I'm watching on board with people.
Yeah.
I don't think the rain's heavy enough.
He's got some clear air. He's probably got about 3-4 seconds behind Jamie. Let's have a look.
I can No, it's not time. It's not time.
No.
In comes Button. No, it's definitely not time. It's way too early from JSR Snakes.
Yeah, just looking at the delta there. That's a shame.
No. That's a massive shame for JSR Snakes, who was the fastest man on track when he came into the pits. He boxes too high. I said it was too early. Cars coming in for the Inters now, but
yeah, there's not even enough spray on the tyres.
Definitely, there's no spray on the tyres. That's an extremely interesting call there from the Haas car. I'm not really too sure where he got the idea to do that from, and unless there's an accident up front, I don't even know if he's going to be ahead of LCR Ben. I don't think he will be.
It might just be starting to turn. What's the first? Oh, he makes a late call. It's a late call to go into the pits.
RBZ is in. Well, he's not really losing. If I'm LCR Ben, I stay out here. No, I think, yeah, it is time now. But I think Snakes just came. He maybe should have waited. I guess he just wanted to undercut and try it. He's still going to be P2, I think. So that's all right for the Haas driver. That's where he was before, but unlucky really for him. Yeah, he's going to be P2. Jamie
it's one of them where
into the pits.
If the Delta is, oh not the Delta, the oh, he nearly bends it into the last corner. It was one of them where if Jeff would have called him in at the start of the lap, DRS disabled. If he'd have called in RBZ at the start of the lap and it was timed then, it would have been a perfect strategy. But look how much time he's lost. He's lost nearly 6 seconds.
He's lost 6 seconds, yeah.
Ben's only 3 seconds behind now.
Yeah, we might start to see the race maybe die down a little bit now. Jamie OC, by the way, props to him. He's come back really from nothing. Sector 2 and 3 yellow flags. We've got the McLaren of Barkey off into the wall there, still on his medium tyres. The McLarens, this is definitely one to write off for them.
Yeah, it's been quite a poor showing for the McLarens.
Oh, JSL Snakes! Snakes has made a mistake. Left end plate off on the front wing. I didn't see what happened.
Oh, Jamie's in the wall! Jamie is in the wall!
Jamie hits it. Is that a bit of wing damage from him as well? Oh, Bioreco could suddenly be looking at a podium shout here.
Yeah, the whole of the end plate's gone.
If I'm JSR Snakes, I'm staying out. I think that gap is too big, really, to anyone to warrant him coming in. Sector 2 yellow flags. We've got edited fawn. It's an invisible wall for edited fawn.
That's a shame.
And this is what we're saying. This is just embarrassing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, he's making his way around. He's into the pits. So Echo's got JSR Snakes. So
JSR
Echo's
Snakes
been looking
comes
at a podium.
Well, it depends if he can get ahead or not of the Haas. I think it's going to be close with the Haas coming out of the pits, you know.
Yeah, it's as the runner is into the pits where it is.
It's a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Here comes RBR Echo. And Echo is going to be ahead of JSR Snakes.
Yeah, he'll get ahead of Matt by a few.
Matt comes through. Seconds. Yeah, Matt comes through, passes Jamie. But JSR Snakes has kind of thrown away even a win, I guess you could say. He was closing up very quickly to RBZ. He just doesn't seem very happy in the rain. He's all over the place. We got more yellow flags. It's Revolution. His tyres are medium, but obviously they're not their intermediates. Cars are going off everywhere. I think it could be time for the wets at any point soon because cars are going off all over the place.
Edited Fawn going into the pits, sadly for him. I mean, that's small.
Is it going to be the wet tyres? Because cars are going... You know, cars are losing the back end a lot here. And is it going to be the wet tyres? It's not. It's the intermediates for the Mercedes. And I would put on the wets in this if I'm P9. I'm seeing cars going wide almost everywhere. More yellow flags. It's But I didn't see that. It's pushed Jamie O'C's into the wall and out of the race. I don't know where that is.
He retired on track. I think he went into the wall at the end of the corner after the end of sector 1, where
Okay.
I think that wall sticking out. I think that's the issue. I think that's what happened.
Everybody hitting it. This is what we mean. This game needs a little bit of fixing. Yeah, there's that wall, and hit by RB. No, I see RBZ went straight through it. So I think it's there for some people and not for others. We're going to watch LCR Ben to see if he hits it. See it sticking out there.
Oh, he's hit it!
Yep, Ben hits it as well. Look at it now.
Absolute
See, this is
chaos. Yeah, Jamie OC in the chat, lost my way to an invisible barrier twice.
Yeah, Barksy, some drivers are driving straight through it, so clearly it's only affecting some drivers. LCR Ben losing his whole front wing. If I'm hit, well, no, he's lost his whole front left side. If I'm him, I stay out. He's got a nice 32-second gap. We've got yellow flags. As ILRT Button has hit a different wall there. Barker
yeah,
makes it
drivers
up
are avoiding it now.
behind edited form.
JSR Snakes just making sure he avoids that wall completely now.
So is everybody else.
Oh,
spread
man,
out on track now. Oasis, yeah, here go. We'll watch a Revolution going past it as well. It says he's got the medium tyres on, but he definitely doesn't. Through the right-hander now. There's that wall. He hits it, but some drivers are hitting it and going straight through it. Others are hitting it and properly hitting it. As into the pits comes LCR Ben.
The other wall on this track is just under the tunnel. Oh, it's been just avoids
RBZ. RBZ drops it there, but
Bibblin also letting the Red Bull through.
It.
Oh, they're not ready for the ILRT button.
Yeah, there you go. RBZ driving straight through the invisible wall there. So some drivers hitting it, some drivers just it's not even there for them.
Yeah, this is gonna be close.
That's
between
unfair.
Echo and Ben.
Here comes Ben out the pits. Echo goes through in the Mercedes. I don't think Echo can see that wall.
Yeah, it's
so he's going to be at an advantage.
50 seconds now, the advantage.
RBZ's got this in the bag unless he hits the wall somewhere, which is entirely possible.
Got a good battle for the podium though.
Now we've got JSR Snakes not too far back from these two as well. We've got RBR Echo now coming through. Is he going to hit that wall? He hits it but goes straight through it. Ben hits it, goes straight through it. Snakes also hits it and goes straight through it. I think it's a bit embarrassing, really, to have a game that has esports with such a massive, part of the game now being based on esports and so much money being put into it, and we're still having problems with invisible walls on track.
As the
I think that's
ILR2 button gets out of the way.
Sector 3 yellow flags. That's edited fawn off. And carries on though. Snake picks up a time penalty. I think Echo has one as well, and I don't know about Ben. But Ben right at the back of Echo now. Could there be a move coming up by the Toro Rosso? Button with a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, well, here we go. RBR Echo not looking too happy with these conditions, and LCR Ben right on the back of Echo.
Yeah, I think let's just check penalties wise. Let's see if
here comes the Toro Rosso. The Toro Rosso The Toro Rosso now looking at the Mercedes of RBR Echo, looking to the outside. It's been a brilliant move if he can do it. He does, right around the outside, goes to Toro Rosso. RBR Echo, maybe with wing damage, dropping now. LCR Ben, there we go, edited form would have hit that invisible wall.
Oh no!
Oh!
He was nowhere near the wall!
I'm going to take a quick screenshot of that. This game is not suitable for esports.
Edit.
And
then Oasis just drives straight through. Here's Revolution coming through. There's a Mercedes stuck on track. He's stuck in the wall and he tried to get out and he couldn't.
He's been disqualified, has he? I think. I don't know.
Yeah. So the McLarens are in the points.
No, one of them's DNF'd.
Yeah, I know, but he might still get points because he finished.
Maybe.
And this, well, McLaren is 1 in 4th now.
Yeah. I just don't see how this, you know, they can market this game as the best racing game of the year when we've still got stuff like this in the game. This is what I was saying earlier on. These things don't take money to fix. They're in the coding. You can just go on the coding and change it. It's not like it takes, you know, it's not like you're putting a new feature into the game. You're just fixing something that's broken. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, it's broken. Career mode isn't broken. We don't need it fixed yet year on year. And I know commentators aren't supposed to go on rants and stuff like that, but year on year we see career mode getting updated and new features, and this year we've finally seen online kind of get built on and improved, but it's not like it matters because we've still got stuff like this in the game where we've got a wall, an invisible wall in the track that has caused a driver who was running P4 with a serious shot at a podium is now out of the race.
Well, it happened at Spa.
Oh, Matt DJ, he hits the invisible wall. And again, no.
It happened in ILR Tier 4. It happened at Spa. Coming onto the back straight, you've got the right king.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and there's the wall quite close to the outside, and someone hit the wall there. And then the guy that was leading the championship hit that wall, cost him 18 points. Yeah. Which could be pivotal.
I think I saw that. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. We've seen Matt DJ hit it, we've seen Snakes hit it, we've seen Jamie OC hit it, I think we saw Bibbin hit it, we've seen Ninja hit it, Absolute Lol hit it, Ben's hit it, and it's just... I think RBR Echo even hit it at one point. It's just... You can't market a game as I think Barkey drops it and loses a bit of front wing there. You can't market I don't know how they got the award for the best racing game of the year, but they did. And I think that might be the most undeserved award of all time because online still has a lot of problems that need to be fixed and they're just not fixing them. And really now this race has become watching people go through that part of the track and seeing if they hit the wall. Here comes Ben. Is he going to hit it? He makes a deal of avoiding it as he still kind of hits it, but his car went straight through it. Oh my god.
He's retired.
And if I'm completely honest with you, Luke, I see a replay of this. I see a rerun of this race maybe coming in the week on next Friday. I don't see the result of this race going down as you know. I don't see the result going down.
Oasis, he's lagged out. Oh, is he glitched through the wall there? Oasis lagged out on lap 15, and he's going to get a podium.
I think he'll probably have that one taken away. Revolution doesn't seem to be seeing the wall because he goes through it every time. And if
Echo's
RBZ
just said
hits
there
it
was
now,
nothing there on his screen, and he died. Oh my god, RBZ, he hits it for me, but just then warped straight through the
glitched
wall.
through it. Yeah, that's happening to Revolution for me as well.
Oh my god.
This race is...
Here we go, Smasher. In ILR, I think this is tier 2. Has
Yeah.
also had the same thing. It's in the wet conditions.
I think it's just really a bit of a joke.
Oh, yeah, the wall's sticking out. 4.
Here comes LCR Ben.
I think we need a TRL Limitless video here of
Yeah, why Singapore needs to be
why
removed
Singapore
from
should be
F1
removed.
2019.
I think what we might have to try and do is just alert other leagues about this kind of scenario.
About this problem.
It seems for this track especially. Because
I honestly, I can't believe that this is still in the game. Revolution,
yeah, Revolution
once again walks through it.
Revolution's going to get a podium, and after starting on the hard tyres and going 22 laps.
I mean, but I'm not. Obviously, I'm not trying to be mean to Revolution. I mean, Revolution would agree. If he does end up with a podium, it's not exactly a deserved one. I think he'd agree with me there by saying that, because you know he's been lucky enough not to see the wall when other people have.
Yeah.
I mean, he's driven consistently. I give him that. He hasn't crashed off at all. RBZ, actually, I'm on board with RBZ. He's finding it horrible in these conditions. I think, looking at the rain, it's time for the wets. But obviously, there's not really much point coming in now. I mean, I guess if you're RBZ, there might be a point in coming in because he's so far ahead. He can come in now for the wets and still be in P1.
This has cast a massive shadow of what's been a great drive from RBZ. The way he's just going through as well, that's another one of the walls. And there's also the other one, the one in F2, that's the one at the end of sector 2. The wall there where Brendan Hartley nearly hit in thingy.
Right. We got sector. Oh, we got Matt DJ hitting the wall at the end of sector 2, but he's so far ahead of Barker. He could kind
that's
of
the wall. That's one of the
P5.
walls.
Yeah, I think but I think that he just hit the actual wall there. And really, this is just what was a brilliant race. And I would still call it a brilliant race. As Barkey hits the wall at the end of sector 2. What still has been a brilliant race. I don't think we could take that away from it. There's been, like you said, a shadow has been cast over it. Really. Where, you know, we could have seen it be a lot better. With Echo and Snakes both in with a chance of a podium and fighting. As Echo was starting to fall back in the wet conditions and Snakes was starting to pick up some pace, we could have seen a nice battle between the two drivers. Snakes hits the wall and retires. Echo hits the wall and retires. Well, I say the wall. The air. They hit the air. And RBZ, who's going to win by 51.4 seconds. It's not really... I wouldn't say it's very... you know, showing of really how the race has been. He's dominated, but Snakes had a chance really at being up there. Came in too early for the inters, but in the end it wouldn't have mattered whether he came in or not. as he ended up hitting the invisible wall. Honestly, I've kind of forgotten who's got damage and had to pit in this race. I'm pretty sure everyone has. Apart from the Ferrari in the lead. As RBZ begins his final lap of the race. He's driven this race kind of just on his own. From lap 1 to lap 31. He had to make an overtake. And oh, he nearly drops it there. You think he's maybe just having a little bit of fun in what looks like full wet conditions at this point. But he's kind of dominated this race. Nobody really anywhere near him. The whole time we've got Revolution ahead. Once again driving straight through the wall. As does the Ferrari of RBZ. And I think this is going to really have questions given to Codemasters about whether the game is esports ready. I have my opinion about it. I know others do as well. But you can't take away from RBZ in this race, who's driven brilliantly and really dominated the race. Matt DJ making a case of getting out the way of the wall there. That's all the way across the track. Revolution letting RBZ go through, probably doesn't want to do another lap. As there's sector 3 yellow flags for the Williams getting out the way. However, RBZ, pole position by 8/10. We knew he'd probably be the favourite coming into the race after qualifying. But he's really put on a clinic today to put himself up to P4 in a championship ahead of ILRT Hamilton and really help Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. Round the final corner comes the Ferrari to win here in Singapore. A great race from the Ferrari. Pushes him up to P4 in the championship and looking to push on for top 3. It's his 3rd win in 6 races. And he'll be very happy with that one, as will the team from Maranello. LCR Ben in 2nd. Going to help Toro Rosso in their case to get to the top 2 in the championship with this one, as he outscores Renault and Williams by himself. Revolution crosses the line in P4 to finish the race. LCR Ben around the final turns now as ILRT Button hits the wall. But LCR Ben seeing the fireworks around the final corner. The blue lights on the screen, the yellow lights on the screen as he crosses the line for a podium. Overshadowed by an invisible wall, and now another 54 seconds back is the Racing Point of Oasis, who will end up probably not getting any points due to him lagging out early on. Matt DJ crosses the line as well to finish P5, a lapped car. ILRT Button will be getting P6 with Barkey P7. And I'm not sure if we're doing are we doing podium interviews?
I'm not sure.
I normally do in tier 5, so I think we will do it just so we can ask the drivers about the wall. Hopefully some join. So if you could just do the rundown of the order while I invite them, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
And there's the Ferrari driver celebrating on the podium. And here's the race winner, who is RBZ. Wins by loads, 54 seconds.
54.6.
Yeah, seconds in the end. LCR Ben in second.
If you guys could
Oasis,
include your audio, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, Oasis lagged out on lap 15, gets a podium.
That will be given to Revolution.
Then Matt in 5th, ILR2 Button in 6th, and Barkey, who's stayed in the majority of the for all of the race, and gets a P7.
And then obviously we've got the DNFs of RBR Echo, JSR Snakes, ILR Bibbin, Jamie OC, ILRT Ninja, Absolute Lol, Cheesy Dreams, ILRT Hamilton, and Edited Fawn, who gets disqualified after what was really, in the end, in the last 10 laps of the race, became a bit of a farce of a race. With what was overall great racing up and down the field for the whole time, ruined by just a glitch in the game which couldn't be helped by any drivers. And I've said maybe looking at some sort of action taken by the league. I think I would, if I was the coordinator, maybe not necessarily a rerun, but maybe an inquiry into the finish. But you can't take away from race winner RBZ 1012, who drove a fantastic race. RBZ, did you see the wall? Or I'm guessing it was invisible for you, because for us you just kept going straight through it.
Yeah, it was invisible. I heard that it was
out.
People who were in my party were like spectating, and they seen me going through it as well, and they were panicking, thinking I'd crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. It was a really good race. I don't know, I didn't make any mistakes, which was really lucky. I think a few people kind of spun and stuff like that, but yeah, I got dead lucky, and I feel bad for Ben hitting the wall, because he was kind of same pace as me, kind of catching up a little bit.
Well, up and down the. I think we saw overall, I think it was 4 or 5 retirements hitting that invisible wall. But whether they hit that wall or not, I'm not sure really if it would have made much of a difference to you, because obviously you were quite far ahead, and you obviously from qualifying 8/10 on pole. We weren't really expecting the gap to be that big.
Neither was I, to be honest.
But yeah, a brilliant race. I mean, I'm not really sure what I can ask you, because you were leading the whole race. When you came into the pits, actually, and you came out and you caught up so fast to those drivers, did you think you were going to get held behind them, or did you know that they were going to eventually come into the pits, and that's was really your kind of plan?
Yeah, I got dead lucky with that as well, because I pitted, and then I caught up with a bunch of guys, but they all pitted right as I caught them. And I couldn't have worked out more perfect. I didn't really. I just got dead lucky, I think. Well, I mean, I drove well, but yeah, I got lucky with a lot of things.
Yeah, they kept coming. Yeah, I saw that Oasis came in as soon as you caught up to him, and a couple of others as well. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I can really ask you, unless you have something, Luke.
No, I think you've covered it quite well.
Yeah, a brilliant race from you. Congratulations on your win. Mate. Yeah, and then Ben, on to you. And honestly, so many people hit the invisible wall. I can't actually remember who did and who didn't. Was it there for you, or were you okay?
Yeah, I had it as well. Well, it was kind of there and then wasn't there. It just kept appearing and disappearing. So I didn't know where the limit was. So I didn't actually hit anything when I crashed into it. So it was kind of confusing. So just after that, I just literally gave it as wide a berth as possible every lap.
Well, yeah, obviously it damaged a lot of people's races, including Snakes and Echo. Obviously you made that move. I think you made that move. I'm trying to remember, because obviously a lot happened in the race. That you made that move on Echo in the wets. You caught up to him and made that move, if I'm correct, around the outside down into turn 5. Yeah. Well, for me it was a great move around the outside. That's what I described it as. Yeah, I think he did. But JSR Snakes also had some pace as well, and he was right on the back of Echo. Do you consider yourself lucky, really, that wall was there for them and not you? Obviously extremely unlucky for them, but do you think Snakes maybe could have had the pace on you and caught you, and the only reason that he didn't was because that wall was there?
Yeah, probably. He did a bit of a master stroke strategy, starting on mediums and then going on to mediums again, knowing about the rain, because I wasn't really sure about it. Sorry, I got a cough.
It's fine.
Got a massive cold this week, so I'm just surviving. But yeah, so that strategy worked out really well, because I kept asking Jeff, and he was just giving me misinformation. Like 1 minute was 15 minutes, 1 minute was 5, then 10. So
yeah, he said
I didn't
10
really know what
minutes,
to do.
and then 5 minutes later he's like, 15 minutes to the rain.
Yeah, I pitted and he was like, yeah, it's
Let's get
about
on
10
here,
minutes
Jeff.
to the rain.
Tell me what you actually know.
And then 3 minutes later, he was like, yeah, the rain's about 15 minutes away. So I was like, just didn't know what to do. So I just tried to hang it out, and then it worked out well for Snake, so fair play. I think he came in a bit early though.
He
'cause I was right
did,
on his
yeah. He
back.
came in a lap early, yeah.
And then I was kind of lucky when he crashed. So, but then I crashed a lap later as well, and then he got caught by it twice. So, yeah, second is kind of lucky, but I was running second most of the race, and so second or third would have been probably what I deserve, I think, in the end.
Well, no, I mean, you had a brilliant drive as well, just to hold on to that P2 and in the rain keep it consistent. I mean, I don't really have much more to ask because it, you know, just the way the race ended kind of just overshadows obviously the brilliant drive from you two, and seeing 4 or 5 cars retire on that one bit of the track, it definitely needs some looking into, and I hope Codemasters watch the stream. I don't think they will, but I hope that they do, and see that is 100% something that needs fixing.
I think we could use this as something to send to Codemasters, like send a link to them, send it to F1 Game and Codemasters, and see what they do about it, because that was shocking.
No, they won't do
It
shit.
was. We were watching every lap. Every lap, there was someone hitting that wall, and towards the end, you could see it was literally the whole way across the track. The only way you could avoid it was to go right to the outside, or right to the inside.
Yes, that's what I was doing for the last 10 laps.
Yeah, it was. But then I think it's just how some cars see it and others don't as well that needs looking into, because obviously lucky for you RBZ that you didn't see it, but unlucky for others that they did, and I think that in itself is a bit unfair, and that's something that Codemasters, well, I mean, I say Codemasters need to look at that. They just need to remove it in general, I think. And yeah, and apparently it happened in another tier as well, so
Yeah, just
but hopefully
it's there for me.
Yeah.
But it's like up in the air, or no, it's laying on the ground, and then as soon as I'm about to hit it, it disappears, and then I get damage from it from nothing.
Well,
so
yeah,
it just
on the stream it was
disappears and goes
sometimes there, sometimes wasn't, but cars would just jump up in the air every time they run over it. But I think that's all we've really got, unless there's anything else anybody wants to add.
I'm good to.
Codemasters.
Okay. PG stream. So this has been ILR Tier 3 Round 15 around Singapore. I think your usual your usual commentators will be back next week. It's been a pleasure being able to do this stream. I've missed the Tier 5 boys, but I have enjoyed doing this one as well. So thank you guys for watching.